have family members or friends who support Israel, show them this video. Israel tortures Palestinians every single day, whether it be physically or psychologically. If we're talking about what's happening right now in Gaza they are sending quadcopters to play the sounds of women and children screaming to torture the Palestinian people. That is something that you see in dystopian novels. I believe The Hunger Games has something similar to that. We have footage of Israel literally doing that. And it's not just now they've been doing this. If you go back, I think almost 12 months, they were doing this in Gaza and the West Bank. They were sending quadcopters with the sounds of women, children, and men all screaming in terror and pain to put fear into Palestinians, many times to draw Palestinians out into the open so they can rescue the people they think are in trouble, only to be killed by Israeli snipers. That is what Israel does. And the thing is, stories like that go back decades. You can go to the West Bank in about 2005, I believe. There was a story of a man who was out walking. He gets shot in the face, falls to the ground. His brother runs to go and help him. He also gets shot by Israeli snipers. And guess what? The Israeli army came out and said, "Oh, the soldiers shot the wrong guys." And nothing happened to those soldiers. No repercussions were faced because that's what Israel does. If you look at the testimonies of not just Palestinians, but also human rights charities, of how Israel treats its prisoners, many of whom are held without charge in administrative detention, they are tortured, they are beat, they are not allowed to sleep for days on end, they are not given food. When they are about to fall asleep, they are beaten to stay awake. They are not allowed to go to the toilet. There are stories of men saying, "I was left tied to a chair for 8 days, covered in my own defecation." That is what Israel does to Palestinians, and then they release those people and send them home with those scars. They send them home broken, beaten, and battered. They literally torture Palestinians into submission. And that is just the stuff they physically do, and that's the stuff they psychologically do on like a big grandiose scale. That doesn't include things like checkpoints. They have things called flying checkpoints in the West Bank where they will randomly set up a checkpoint where Palestinians are forced to wait hours by oftentimes guards younger than me, IDF soldiers younger than me, who will just tease Palestinians whether they can go to work or school or wherever. They may be waiting 4 hours for the next person to go through. They may send 5 people at a time, then make the next 5 people wait 2 hours. And this is all at the whims of these disgusting soldiers who have free reign to do what they like to Palestinians. And you're telling me that you don't support the Palestinian people? You're telling me the Zionist entity is in the right to do that? I dare any British person, I dare any American to accept something as on the level of the checkpoints, let alone the other things. And the checkpoints, that's just a small fraction of the things these checkpoints do. I could go into so much more detail.